Hi, I'm Donna with Custom Crops Design Team, and I'm here with Amy Rozak, owner and inventor of ScraPerfect. She has some amazing products, and I can't wait to hear about what you have.
Okay, well, let's start with the Perfect Printing Pouch.
Now, what is that?
The Perfect Printing Pouch, you know when you use markers on vellum and it doesn't look very good?
Oh, yeah.
So you take your Perfect Printing Pouch and you just wipe it on the vellum before you inkjet, stamp, markers, gel pens, any kind of wet ink. And then it looks like that.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't believe it, the difference. Look at that.
So this is pattern vellum, and see where the pattern vellum is, where the pattern resists the ink.
Oh, yeah.
On all of these samples, the top was not treated. Treated just means rubbed with the pouch.
Okay.
And the bottom was treated. And That's
an amazing difference. I can't believe that.
It also has a drying agent in it so that it comes out of the printer basically dry. And like if you're doing wedding invitations, you can just
So you don't have that time that you have to wait.
Right, you don't have to set them all over
your... Oh, that's great. Fabulous idea.
Then it's not really just for vellum.
Okay.
I look for papers or materials that have a challenge with accepting the ink.
I would never have even tried to print on something like that.
Yeah. Even a home improvement store paint chip.
Oh,
so you can see that. This is inkjet on a silk flower.
So that would be like making your own embellishments.
Right. Kind of altering your
Oh, that's really exciting.
So plastic mesh, shrink plastic that's not designed for inkjets. This was just in my daughter's stash of stuff,
well,
you know.
Then I suppose that would also work if you wanted to color in something. I know when I'm working with shrink plastic, I do have a little problem with it being even. That would take care of that problem.
Right. And it comes in a second style, so that if you're using it on full sheets, this one is way easier to use because this would take a long time to cover a big area. This one's easier when you're doing smaller.
Small things, right.
So for stampers, this is stamping on twill tape. You can see how it.
Oh, that is that is incredible. I've tried that and I've not been successful. So that's really exciting.
Here's a popsicle stick. Even stays on transparency and acrylic. And this was interesting. It was written up in a magazine, and they said that they could print on acrylic. And so I called them and said, how did they print on acrylic? Because even though it could print perfectly, it would rub off. And they said, well, we use stays on. And I said, well, I thought that's what stays on was for. And she said, it just makes it so much crisper. I guess it has a tooth, so it doesn't kind of slide as much.
I see.
And then this is embossed. The purple is embossed, which puts it that slick surface. So you can see how the overstamping has a difficulty, but then when I put the pouch on this side, it printed much better.
So you have lots and lots of uses for this product.
Actually, wait, there's more.
There's more? I can't believe it.
If you stamp on polymer clay so that the stamp doesn't stick, just put this on first. It also works as an anti-static bag. Do you know what that is? When you're embossing.
Oh, yes. So you don't get those little
particles where they don't. The thing is, this is better than the other ones on the market because it is lined so that it doesn't get on your hands. And it doesn't come falling out all over the place. So if you put it down, you may see a very tiny bit, but almost nothing.
So then that would also be working on dark colors of cardstock?
Okay, so for dark colors of cardstock, since you're skipping ahead, but we'll go right there.
Well,
here you go. All right, so when you put it on the cardstock, it is visible.
Okay.
So I have a perfect cleaning cloth. And what we do is we take it and we just wipe, after you've embossed, you just wipe the excess away. It is also good for removing the sanding dust from the cardstock. And I'm being told by retailers that it's better than the cloth that's being sold now.
So that would be great when you're doing your Cuttlebug and working with coordinations and sanding.
I didn't know if I was supposed to say. So yes,
we carry coordinations.
There you go. And also, this cloth has other uses, which this is what it was invented for. But if I try this on your iPhone, it takes fingerprints right off your glasses, your laptop screen, anything you can't put chemicals on, your camera lens.
Wow, that is just crystal clear now.
And fingerprints on photographs. So there you go. So that's
well, that would be great for scrapbookers too.
There you go. That's a perfect cleaning cloth. I have another magic product.
Yes.
And that's called Embellie Gellie. Embellie Gellie.
Cute little name.
Well, it's for all your little embellishments.
Okay.
And so Embellie Gellie comes in a package like this, which is a supply of this semi-sticky substance. It's sticky enough to pick things up, but it's not so sticky that it won't release them. So what you do is you just take a little bead of it and stick it on the end of the wand, and then you can just go in and pick up your embellishment and put it down where you want it, exactly where you want it.
How easy is that?
Right? So, and if it doesn't stick, you can actually, I'll put it here where there's no tape. You could put your thumb, but most of them you can roll it right off.
So adhesive beads and gems and those kinds of things, you know, me and my adhesive beads.
Yes, actually it's probably even better for just things that you put your little dab of glue down and then you stick it. I also use it when I cut out my letters, like on my Cricut. Then I take my Embellie Gellie and I take my little letter. You have to imagine there's a letter here.
Yes.
It's stuck to here, and I'll take my glue and glue the back of the letter, and then I can place it absolutely exactly where I want it.
So none of that moving it around.
Or trying to...
Oh yeah. That is really amazing. These products are fabulous.
I have one more.
You do?
Yes, it's the best glue ever.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Richard Scarry, but he's a child. He makes books and movies. Anyway, he has the best something ever, always. So,
well, we definitely need the best adhesive.
Okay, so the reason it was called the best glue ever was because I wanted one glue that would do plastic and wood and metal and fabric and paper. I didn't want to have, you know, all these different glues there. If it was going to be used on the embellishments, it had to be when I placed it down, they're not going to go sliding all over while it's drying.
Definitely.
And on paper, it dries within 5 to 15 seconds. It comes with a very fine tip so that I can write with it.
So you drew that outline and then glittered it.
Yeah. I didn't want it to bleed through ribbon or fabric.
Okay.
And it had to be water cleanup and none of those strings.
Oh yes, I understand the strings.
I'll show you. This is the glue.
Okay.
And basically, I just, oops, that's even more than I wanted, but you just can do it wherever you want. You can put little tiny dots, and you can see that it dries perfectly clear.
I can see that.
And it dries tacky, so that if you're going to use it with fabric and ribbon, what you do is you put it down first, then put your ribbon down, and that's why it doesn't bleed through.
Now, when it's tacky like that, then when it dries completely, it is permanent?
It will always be tacky, but if you use it on fabric and put a gem on it, let it sit for 24 to 48 hours, it's washable. It's permanent.
Oh, it's washable even.
Yeah. But it is water cleanup when it's wet. Yeah. And the other thing is, it's a full 2 ounces of glue in a 2-ounce bottle. You'll notice that some of the glues, they have big bottles and they really don't have much glue. So that's the best glue ever.
That's quite the selling point, isn't it? Well, I am just amazed at your products. They sound like the answer to so many people's problems.
Thank you. Well, you know, I don't sit there thinking of what I can make. It's just a matter of what I'm having problems with and then how you can do it better.
Well, I'm really excited about your products. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.